doing that? Hello? Y'all see the rain coming down, don't you? You know what that means? Fire chat, no. Oh, man. And it's cold. See that? That's me. It's cold out here. We've never had weather this cold this long. I'm frustrated with the weather, but tomorrow it's supposed to be, I think, 79 and sunny. So if we get that, boy, we're going to be doing some good tomorrow. Because I might take the day off to go make a run and check a place. I got some permission. As y'all know, I've been in the oil field for 20 years. And one of the cases, the new cases that, well, it's not new to me, but it's going to be new to the channel because I've been working on this case since 2021. And nothing's really come out of it yet, but I'm thinking, I've been trying to put some stuff together. I've been reaching out to a lot of people about it over the last, 20-something months, 28 months, 29 months, and really digging when I have a chance to dig on it. It's the Jason Landry case. This case is always, I don't know. I'm standing under a tree right now. That's why I'm not really getting too wet, thank God. But I can't talk long, guys, but I'm going to do a little one for a second. But Jason Landry was a 21-year-old that was his family, and he was from Missouri City, which is right by Houston, Texas. And he was going to college in San Marcos, Texas at Texas State University. He was 21 years old. Y'all will see his photo here on the thumbnail when I post it. And he visited with the buddy an hour before he left for winter break. His plan was, I don't want people to get confused about this if you've checked on the case, because if you don't, some of y'all might not know this part of it, but he had been talking to a buddy on FaceTime an hour. Sorry, every time I talk, the clouds come. That's why I hate about not being able to do fire chat. But, it's what are you finding over there, woman? Found something, didn't you? All right. I'm not digging that right now, boo. I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, I wanted to discuss this a little bit so y'all could understand a little bit of this case. But he was visiting with a buddy on FaceTime about an hour before he left his apartment for winter break. He loaded up his car and got out of there, right? Well, we know a few things that I might as well just say them in the beginning because they're going to come out later anyway. And a lot of y'all, if y'all followed this case, y'all know it's been 4 years plus right now. December 13th will be 5 years. And it is literally about an hour, and Luland, Texas is about an hour and 25 minutes from me, I guess, give or take, maybe a little further than that, but I don't know. It's just an oil field town. That's basically all oil field. If you've ever driven through Luland, Texas, everybody, when they drive through it, goes, oh my God, it stinks. It's just natural gas. There's wells in the middle of the town pumping. Like when you drive through that little blink of an eye town, they have the best barbecue. One of my oldest goes to college in Austin, so I traveled through there a lot. And I didn't really know about this case until 2021. And the reason I found out is because I was traveling through there and I saw a sign. An old sign that looked like it had been there a while, and it had his photo, and it was saying he was missing. And I was like, all right, let me check it out. So I checked it out, and I was like, this is weird. This is such a suspicious. You think that we've covered suspicious stories before, like Sebastian Rogers or Summer Wells? Just wait till you hear this one, guys. He literally left his apartment in San Marcos, Texas, and you go down what's called Highway 80, but it's not really a highway. It's just a little bitty road that's 60 miles an hour, almost pretty much the entire way to San Marcos, which I think is about 28, 29 miles from there. You're going to take me off one of the tree, aren't you? And you get to Luland, Texas, there's either one way, four ways you can go, right? Pretty much. You can go to I-10, which will take you towards Houston, Texas, and Missouri City, which is where he lived. You can take a left there and come towards Cuero, Texas, Condales, Texas, those kind of places. And then those are all small towns too. Remember, this is a very small town. You blink your eye, you're gone. I think it's got like maybe 4 lights in the whole town. It's not very big. What is it, boo? And let's get into the tree, Rube. Come on. And so anyway, I know I'm bouncing around, but anyway, he left there. It was all wet. He left there his apartment, started driving. He turned on his WhatsApp, which is like a navigation app, you know, like some people use different apps, and that I guess was a popular app at that time. And so he took off and was driving, turned on the app to check his directions, and then around 11, I think it was 11:34 p.m., December 13th, he switched over to do a Snapchat. And when he switched over to do his Snapchat to, I guess, his buddy or whatever, they never really said who he was Snapchatting that I could find, but anyway, he switched over to Snapchat around 11:34, somewhere around in there, and that's when they lost track of him, because when he took off the navigation app, his Nissan Altima didn't have, I guess, navigation. So anyway, what came about later is, y'all remember that 11:34 p.m., roughly somewhere in there. So let's just say 11:40 p.m., right? Okay, he did that, and he was almost approaching Luling, Texas, from his apartment, which is he hadn't even probably been driving 30 minutes, right? He left at 10. I think it was 10. I'll have to double check. I don't have nothing with me. 10 something p.m. he left. And so it was about a 35 minute drive to Luling, Texas. They know by his data on his phone that he was driving straight. He wasn't stopping. You know, it's little towns that late at night. There's probably not any stores, I don't think, even open in that town. But anyway, he drove through, got to I guess, Luling, Texas. And instead of going towards I-10, I guess somehow maybe he had either got lost or something, but he ended up, what they're saying happened was he hit a tree, hit a fence, hit a tree with his car. And evidently, and that was close to, I guess, close to midnight, right? Because we know the last really known GPS on him was around, I think, 11:34 p.m., somewhere around in there. So anyway, if you think about that, okay, just say 11:40 to be safe. 11:40 p.m. And then he evidently hit a tree or hit a fence, they're saying, which I have the photos of everything. But what gets me on this case is the car. Because you can tell where he hit the fence with the front of the car. It did some damage to the driver's side front, right? And I think it even peeled the rubber off the tire. It's a pretty big tree he hit. But there was a huge, massive, like, crater in the back of the car. Like somebody hit him from behind. And it really was not investigated right to me at all. They did not treat it like any kind of scene when they found what it was an off-duty fireman, was, I guess, going home, maybe something, and saw the car parked and saw the headlights in it. So he drove by it, and when he got up to it, he got out, and there was nobody in the car. Car was running, lights were on, keys in ignition, of course. Cell phone is right there in between the seat and the console. You know, a lot of us, we drop our phone sometimes and it falls there, and I think that's what they think happened, but that he had maybe dropped his phone and reached down and didn't see it and hit a tree. But anyway, when you see the picture of the car, you're going to understand what I'm saying. It looks like he was hit from behind and then he hit the tree to me. And then, evidently, what they say he did was got out of the car. Okay, this is a 21-year-old kid. And remember, mind you, it's 40 degrees outside. Okay? He strips down all his clothes. Trigger warning, guys, times 100 million. Strips down all his clothes, right? And all along this road. And plus, when he hit that tree, it threw a lot of his clothes, because he had everything in his car, right, going home. So there was a lot of laundry out on the ground, and a backpack and some other things. But the DPS, the fireman calls DPS officer to tell him about it. So DPS comes out there, sees the backpack laying on the gravel road, like a little lease road. That's what I call it, because it's like an oil field lease road. And it goes to some tanks, like the watch case where he put his kids in that tank. It's just like those tanks, okay? It's on Salt Flat Road, which is based, sorry guys, my dog just ran me into this limb. Anyway, it's Salt Flat Road, and it was 2300 block of Salt Flat Road, but it's like on a lease road, like on an oil field lease, with the big tanks and everything, like I was saying, like Chris Watts did. That's horrible, heartbreaking. But anyway, he evidently, to them, right, he did that. And so the DPS, of course, got there. Flores was the guy's last name. And he, I guess, checked it out, right? I guess turned the car off, whatever, and called a tow truck to get it towed. Because when he was walking around looking at things, he found the backpack, went through the backpack, and found 3 things rolled up, trigger warning, of the stuff like, I don't know how to say this word, but Y'all know what I'm talking about. They smoke it, right? A lot of people do it, right? And it grows in the ground or whatever. It grows and they clip it and they roll it and they smoke it. That's all I can say about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Starts with a W or an M, however you want to look at it. He had 3 of those rolled up in a CVS bottle, like a prescription bottle. And so he took only that out of the backpack. Left the backpack there. Took only that. And had the car towed to a tow place. And then he ran the plates and ran the car and found out that it belonged to Kent, right? Kent Landry, which is his father. So he calls him at 2 in the morning. Okay, granted, y'all remember what I'm saying on the timeline, right? Right at 11:40, somewhere around in there, they think this happened. So that's been what, 20 minutes? Because it was 12:01 a.m. when the fireman found the car. That's 21 minutes. That's it. And there was no sign of this kid. None. No sign. And so he left, this trooper left everything scattered out, had the car towed and left. Only took the little bottle from CVS. Okay? Which does not make sense to me. Because when the father got there around 5 something in the morning, and the tow yard, the impound yard was closed. So he had to wait around for a little bit till dawn, and then they opened up. He got in, looked at the car, found his son's phone in there, looked around, saw that the driver's door was the only door unlocked. The passenger door was locked. He didn't check the back 2 doors, but I don't even know if you could have opened them the way the back end was caved in. But anyway, looked like only one person was in that car, right? So he goes to the crime scene, and nothing. Nobody's searching for his son. Nothing. Okay? He starts walking around, but luckily, thank God, he pulls his phone out and he films everything that he's walking around looking at. So what he finds is, okay, his son's little slip-on shoes. Okay. Then he finds his shorts. Then he finds his shirt. Then he finds a hat. Then he finds his backpack, which in his backpack was a laptop computer, I think his wallet, a few other things in the backpack, his personal belongings. But hold on, because the clothes that he found in the waistband of the shorts was blood. Okay? On the waistband. So that is really suspicious to me that they didn't shut this down as a crime scene. And even at least investigate something, right? They treated it as this kid took off all his clothes and ran off into the wilderness. Because you're talking out there, it's hundreds of thousands of acres of just land. I mean, all the way to San Marcos, Texas, 30 miles is nothing but land. Like thick brush. And they're saying that this kid ran off in that brush like that, in the cold with no clothes on. I'd never have believed that for 1 minute. But anyway, the father filmed everything. Couldn't get nobody. He finally had to start calling to get, I guess, an officer to answer him. Well, DPS turned it over to Caldwell County Sheriff's Office. And so he had to deal with them. But he walked around, and then EquiSearch, you know, the big search company out of Texas, I think it's probably the largest and one of the best ever, really, with their record. They came, brought all their canines, all their drones, all their stuff, searched and searched and searched and searched and searched. They searched 37,000, more than 37,000 acres, guys, around this area. Not one trace. But all his stuff was on the gravel road. Oh, and I forgot his pet. He had a little betta fish, you know, because COVID was just over. And he had just went to college. That was his first semester. He was done with his first semester, all excited to get to go home for break. And his little betta fish bowl was also found, and the little fish was unalive on the road, on the gravel road, like where his clothes had been taken off. Which, you know, he's not going to throw his fish down. That's his pet, right? So there's a bunch of mystery in this case, guys. And I've been working to try to get permission to search some of these areas. And you guess what? I finally got that today. I've been trying to pull every connection I have, right? I wish I would have known about this case back in 2020 when it happened, because I could have jumped, you know, at least took my dog. I had a different dog then. I had a German Shepherd. I could have took the dog out there and at least tried to find a scent trail or something. They've never said whether any of the canines found a scent trail of this young man. Anything. They had no trail, I guess, to follow, no nothing. So here we go again, kind of like Sebastian, no scent trail, right? And He would have been what? In socks or barefoot? Because he had on SpongeBob socks. Well, anyway, they finally, the video, the friend shows the video, I guess, to the dad because he recorded the FaceTime video of him before he left. So they know that the clothes that were found on the road are the clothes that he left in. So he did take off all his clothes, which I don't think he did. Because I go back to the Sharon Watts case, Chris Watts case. You know, those oil tanks like that have a lot of chemical in them. And what's funny is I think there's still 2 of them that haven't even been drained yet. They were pushing to try to drain some of them in 2022, 2 years after. Because if somebody hit this young man from behind, driving on that road right there, and covered this up, the way that they did this scene, nothing. I mean, the father had to collect all the stuff. Like, they didn't pick up any of his stuff. Like, they did not do anything like a crime scene for this thing. And this young man has been missing now for 4 years. 37,000 plus acres were searched. Okay, in the cold, with no clothes, he would have never made it that far. Hypothermia would have set in really quick. So I don't see him running off in the woods, right? I don't think y'all do either. And I think once y'all start digging on this case, it's really gonna blow your mind. The ones that know this case know exactly what I'm talking about. It's truly heartbreaking. This 21-year-old young man, I smell foul play really, really bad in this. And, you know, out in the middle of nowhere, now if it had been a day before his car was found or a couple of days, I would say differently. But he was right there by the town. So all he had to do technically is walk to the lights of that store, right? That was down the road. I mean, they're saying he made a wrong turn, he missed I-10 and he hit a tree and then he took off all his clothes and ran off. Now, come on. Y'all better come up with something better than that. They sound like Alaska saying a bear got someone during bear hibernation. But anyway, we're going to be able to search this area, and it's not far from us. So it's something we can do on a work day, actually. Once we get this rain to stop for 2 days now almost. It started last night, and it just won't stop. Y'all can watch it right now on the screen. It's like a misty, nasty rain, been doing it all day long. But that's why I can't have fire out. I'm so sorry, guys. But I wanted to get this case out there. There's another case I want to get out as well, which we'll do a lot better one on the Jason Landry, you know, when I can do the fire, like tomorrow night we'll do it because I really want to break down everything. I got about 58 pages of notes that I want to go over with y'all guys. And so I really want to spread awareness for this young man because somebody knows something. I'm sorry. Somebody knows something in this case. They have to. And I know it's a small little country oil field town, but somebody knows something. I mean, he was vanished in 21 minutes or whatever. That doesn't happen. And how far could he have possibly gotten? Especially if it said, well, maybe he hit his head in the wreck and, you know, was all messed up. Okay, then he would have been found. The dogs would have found him. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just one of these cases that I hope y'all get hooked on too because we're going to do some searching because it is so close. And I pray to God we find some kind of answers for this family. They're still doing searches, guys, 4 years later. And it'd be 5 years this December. And so, you know, prayers for Jason Landry, prayers to his family. They need justice. They need answers. They need justice in this case. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it. I feel that something bad went wrong. Sorry. That's how I feel. And maybe we can come up with some answers. I don't know. But I know Ruby's pretty good. So I'm gonna try to reach out and get maybe something, I don't know, and see if anybody else wants to help. I know there's a couple people that are in that area that I know personally that said they would help. So we want to map out. I got some mapped out already, really, but there's a couple other areas that I kind of want to check that are away from that town a little ways, that are more oil field places that I want to look on just to see. And if, because if it was an oil field worker or something that hit him from behind like that when his car, and then he hit the tree, they could have taken him to any one of those sites around that area. I think there's like 20 sites around that area. That's a big oil field. The whole town is pretty much oil field, and it's a little bitty town, but there's a lot of land, is what I'm trying to get at. And then little Alana June. Her mother is charged now for first degree of her 2-year-old daughter. The 4 suspects that showed up with, bang bangs, and she said she hit a couple of them with a tent pole. And we're going to talk about that case later. I don't want to spill the beans yet, but little Lana Jones, it did not deserve what happened. Her mother, this is a 2-year-old little angel, and this mother should be charged. And I hope she gets firing squad. I hope all of them do, because I think one other one passed away that she, I guess, put the bang bang on. And there were 2 brothers and then 2 other people, but I'll go over the names when I don't have them with me. I'm just giving y'all this off the top of my head right now, just to give y'all a little talk. But you know, it's a sad story, guys. It is. It's a very sad story, and you know, it's man. We'll get into it later, because I want to be able to use the thumbnail I made for that one for little baby. She's a little angel, and man, oh man, it happened a few years ago, but the stories they figured out she lied, I guess, in a lot of what she told them. So now they've charged her with first degree, and you know, she was only 2 years old. I don't think anybody's talking about it. It just broke, so I don't know. I mean, it happened a while back, but she just got charged, so she's now going to be facing, you know, first degree. So hopefully justice will come. I want to follow this case, because I think that it's only fair when you know, for this little one, that somebody keeps spreading awareness for this little baby to get justice. So anyway, guys, we'll talk to y'all later. We love y'all guys. We appreciate everything y'all do. Sorry we won't have fire chat tonight, but I'm going to do a few of these little ones like this tonight. Once I get to the house, I'm going to do a few more, and I might have to do it like inside. I've never done them inside before because I like the fire, but with it nasty like this, and I have 3 cases I really want to get out, so I'll probably end up doing a little bit on each one of them tonight and get those loaded up for y'all guys too. But I apologize for fire chat. The weather is bad. I can't help it. I wish it would stop and be nice and dry and I could light a fire, but it's just not going to work. It wouldn't light tonight. It wouldn't burn, and I don't want to sit in the rain. So studio's getting close to done though, so yeah, it'll be fun. I'm going to have a fire in there too, which is going to be nice. But I had to put one of those like things you put over your gas stove, the furnace that sucks the smoke up. I had to put one of those in. So, but it'll be cool because we can just have a little fire while we talk, and then we'll still do them outside a lot. But we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Anyway, thank y'all all so much for all y'all's support and all y'all's wonderful kindness and y'all's big hearts. It does mean a lot to us, guys. We love each and every one of y'all, guys. We pray for y'all every day, just like we pray for all these victims and everyone. We pray for everyone all day. And, you know, without y'all, we wouldn't be growing. So I appreciate all y'all so much. And so does little Ruby. Yeah. Oh, no, please, you're muddy. Oh, never mind. I just got all muddy. It's okay, boo. It's okay. It's okay. I can wash him. All right. I don't want her to feel like I'm upset. I don't ever want my dog to feel like I'm upset. She's so good to me. I don't want to do that. She's my bestest friend, and I don't know how she's gonna do with a puppy. I think it'll be good because she'll have a play partner, but we're counting down the days on that too. But anyway, guys, remember, allegedly, these are my opinions. I totally forgot it. Allegedly, because of rain, I guess. Totally, these are my opinions. Allegedly, take it as a grain of salt. My bubble. I mean, these are facts that I'm putting out on these cases, but y'all know I have to say this. So, allegedly, in my opinion, you know, my thoughts, my free speech, my speculation. Y'all's comments, y'all's alone, not to reflect the channel. We do our research together because we are a big-hearted little family. You know, I mean, I see that our numbers are kind of come up a little. We broke 1,500 and now it's, you know, a little over. So we're growing. We're getting some more bigger hearts to join in, and it's more people to love, right? That's how I say it. I say we're all God's children. So we're all family somehow, some way down the line. And so that's why we want to treat everyone like family. So y'all treat us like family, so we treat y'all like family. Anyway, guys, y'all be good, y'all be safe. Trigger warning times 100 million. We'll talk soon. We're going to try to get justice for this young man and little baby Lana. So we're going to keep up the fight, guys. We're going to keep up our prayers for everyone. The rain's getting harder. I'm fixing to get soaked because I got a long walk to the truck. So y'all guys be good, be safe. We love y'all guys. We'll talk on the next one. And prayers to everyone. Prayers to all the missing, all the runaways that run for a reason. We got to be their voice, guys. We got to. So y'all keep up the big hearts. We love y'all guys. We'll talk on the next one. All right, guys? Bye.